What just happened in Golden State? The Warriors' locker room is buzzing with tension. A shocking revelation from Jonathan Kuminga's agent has turned up the heat, and now, with the surprise signing of Kai Sotto, the drama around this team has reached a boiling point. Could the Warriors' dynasty be heading for another explosive chapter? Or is this the bold shakeup they needed to fight for another title? Buckle up, Dub Nation, this is going to get intense. It all started with an unexpected, almost confrontational message coming from Kuminga'S camp. His agent has reportedly sent a clear warning shot to the Warriors' front office. If Jonathan doesn't get the role and respect he deserves, we're going to explore all options, including forcing a move. That's right. Jonathan Kuminga, the young forward who has been touted as the future of Golden State, is now at the center of what feels like a standoff between his camp and the Warriors. And then, as if things weren't already tense enough, Golden State made another shocking move. The official signing of Kai Sotto, the 7'3" Filipino basketball phenom who has taken international hoops by storm. This signing is already generating headlines all over the world. Fans in the Philippines are celebrating like it's a national holiday, while Warriors supporters are trying to figure out how all these pieces will fit together. Let's break this down. Why is Kuminga'S camp suddenly putting pressure on the Warriors? And how does Kai Sotto fit into this new, chaotic puzzle? First, Kuminga. For months, we've heard whispers about Kuminga'S frustration with his role on this team. He's had nights where he looked like a future all-star, dropping 20-plus points with incredible athleticism and elite defense. But then, there have been games where he barely saw the floor, stuck behind veterans like Andrew Wiggins or even being benched in critical moments. For a 21-year-old who believes he's ready to be a franchise cornerstone, that's a bitter pill to swallow. Now, his agent's bombshell reveal is making headlines. According to sources close to the situation, Kuminga'S agent has told the Warriors in no uncertain terms, if you're not going to feature Jonathan as a key player, then trade him. We will not let him sit in the shadows. That's as close to a declaration of war as you can get in the NBA, and it's sending shockwaves through the locker room. Draymond Green, the emotional leader of the team, is reportedly trying to keep things calm. But even he knows how delicate this situation is. You've got Curry, Klay, and Draymond, the veteran core, fighting to win now. Then you've got Kuminga, Moses Moody, and other young players trying to carve out their roles. And now, with Kai Sotto coming into the mix, the dynamics just got even more complicated. Kai Sotto's signing is both exciting and surprising. Standing at 7'3" with guard-like skills, Sotto has been on the radar of NBA teams for years. He dominated in the NBL in Australia and made waves representing the Philippines internationally. His combination of size, shot blocking, and soft shooting touch makes him one of the most intriguing young big men in the game today. The Warriors didn't just sign him to fill a bench spot, they see him as a real contributor. Think about what this means for Golden State's lineup. Kai Sotto instantly becomes the tallest player on the team. With his shot-blocking ability, he could provide something the Warriors have been lacking for years: a true rim protector. Imagine Curry running pick and rolls with a 7'3" center who can finish lobs or step out to hit mid-range jumpers. That's a nightmare for opposing defenses. But here's the question: how does this impact Kuminga? If Sotto earns minutes at the center or even as a hybrid forward, does Kuminga'S role shrink even further? Is this signing the spark that will finally push Kuminga'S camp to demand a trade? According to insiders, Kuminga'S agent isn't just upset about minutes, he's upset about the team's vision. He wants Kuminga to be featured, to grow into a face of the franchise, not just a secondary piece behind the aging core. And with Sotto's arrival, it feels like the Warriors are doubling down on a new type of lineup, one that prioritizes size and versatility over simply sticking with the old guard plus youth formula. Fans are divided. Some believe that Kuminga'S agent is overreacting. After all, the Warriors have given Kuminga plenty of opportunities to shine, and he's still young. Others argue that this is exactly why the Warriors are risking losing him, because they refuse to fully unleash his potential. Meanwhile, Kai Sotto's signing has turned into a global story. In the Philippines, social media is exploding with messages of pride and excitement. This is not just another NBA signing, this is history being made. Kai Sotto is the first Filipino player to sign with the Warriors, and fans are already dreaming about him becoming the next breakout international star. But let's not get it twisted, Sotto is stepping into a high-pressure situation. The Warriors are not a rebuilding team where he can take his time. This is a championship organization. Every game matters. Every possession counts. Sotto will need to adjust quickly to the NBA's speed and physicality if he wants to earn meaningful minutes. From a basketball perspective, the potential fit is fascinating. Imagine a Warriors lineup with Curry, Klay, Wiggins, Draymond, and Kai Sotto. That's shooting, defense, and size all in one. Or picture a second unit with Chris Paul, Kuminga, Abando, and Sotto running fast breaks. The Warriors might have just unlocked a whole new level of versatility with this move. But let's circle back to the tension. When a young player's camp, especially a player as talented as Kuminga, publicly makes demands, it rarely ends quietly. We've seen this before in the NBA. Agents use the media to apply pressure, and teams are forced to respond. Will the Warriors bend and give Kuminga the bigger role he's asking for? Or will they decide that trading him for another star is the best way forward? One scenario being floated by analysts is a sign-and-trade deal involving Kuminga and future picks to acquire a high-impact veteran. Could Golden State flip Kuminga for someone like Pascal Siakam or even a defensive powerhouse like Mikal Bridges? With Kai Sotto now on board, maybe the Warriors feel they can afford to lose some of their young forward depth if it means upgrading the roster for Curry's last few prime years. Of course, trading Kuminga would not be popular with everyone. Many fans see him as the future, the guy who will take over once Curry retires. Losing him now, especially if he blossoms into a star elsewhere, would be a bitter pill to swallow. Curry himself has reportedly weighed in on the situation. While he hasn't taken sides, sources say that Curry values Kuminga's athleticism and wants to see the young forward stay and develop with the team. At the same time, Steph knows that winning championships requires tough decisions. If the front office feels that trading Kuminga is the path to another title, Curry won't stand in their way. The locker room dynamic will be something to watch closely. Adding Kai Sotto is exciting, but it's also a shake-up. New players mean new rotations, new hierarchies, and new roles. Steve Kerr will have the tough job of keeping everyone on the same page, managing egos, and ensuring that this team's focus stays on winning. Let's imagine the best-case scenario. Kai Sotto fits in seamlessly, using his size and skill to give the Warriors a new weapon on both ends of the floor. Kuminga, instead of being distracted by trade rumors, embraces the competition, takes his game to another level, and becomes the explosive two-way forward the Warriors always believed he could be. Together, they form a young core that complements the veterans perfectly, and Golden State makes another deep playoff run. Now imagine the worst-case scenario. Kuminga's frustrations boil over, leading to tension in the locker room. His agent's public comments create a distraction, and the Warriors are forced to make a rush trade. Meanwhile, Sotto struggles to adapt to the NBA's pace, and the team's chemistry suffers. That's the nightmare scenario the front office wants to avoid, but with emotions running high, it's a possibility they have to consider. For now, the Warriors are staying quiet publicly. They're focusing on the